when we look at the size of tourism, it's one of the most significant economic forces in the world, valued at $10 trillion in 2025 and accounting for a significant 10.5% of global GDP. But as we know, the benefits aren't automatically shared. In emerging markets, for example, leakage can be as high as 50 to 80%, meaning that the majority of what visitors spend in a destination doesn't actually reach the local economy. So the question of equity, who actually benefits from tourism, is one of the most pressing challenges that we face in the sector.
That's absolutely right. And I think what our report really shows is that it isn't really the size of that tourism pie that matters, but how it's divided at the destination level. So we know that 1 in 10 jobs globally are in tourism. 80% plus of those businesses are SMEs, and 40% of the workforce in tourism are women. So there is that potential for tourism to really drive genuinely inclusive local economies. That potential is enormous, but it isn't realised automatically. As you said, it really needs to be intentional.
So what does it actually look like when it works properly? I mean, when we talk about an equitable destination, what does that look like in practice?
Yes, that's a really helpful question, because equity isn't just one aspect, it isn't just one thing, it shows up in different ways as we highlight in the report. So, of course, it does mean economic equity. That means local businesses and people having a fair share of the opportunities that tourism creates. But it also means managing natural resources fairly, for example. So communities aren't left bearing the costs of tourism's impact on their environment. It means making sure that local people are able to have fair access to amenities and public spaces that tourism can often privatise or price them out of, and also that they can afford to access and enjoy the opportunities of leisure and tourism in their own destination, that those things are not just for visitors. And it also means making sure that all communities and cultures, including minority groups, underrepresented groups, are fairly represented, fairly reflected in the story of that destination and how the destination shapes its offer. So our report also shows really how action in one of these areas can often deliver benefits across the others as well. It's a really holistic picture.